Hello everybody and welcome to Gaming with Zombie. Zombie here, and today we're playing The Bottom of the Well. Apparently this is a sort of choose your own adventure story, if I'm not mistaken. This game is a visual novel, meaning it is a mainly text-based piece of interactive fiction, a book where you get to choose or decide what happens next. Most of the gameplay consists of picking your choice from a selection of options, which will further the story. Bottom of the Well does have some gameplay aside from multiple choice, though, the most important of which is the kind of Alice, our protagonist, you are going to play. For your first playthrough, we recommend you use default Alice, but the customization is there to be used. Even if you complete the game, a different Alice might have a very different experience. If nothing else, you might find a new way to die. Thank you for playing our game, Red Nettle Studio. Well, thank you, Red Nettle Studio, for your entry. So this is interesting. So this is default Alice. So let's go through. Start. So this game is, at least in some way, about Alice in Wonderland. Today I had the weirdest dream in my life. I'm waiting for... Whoa. Morning. Anything else? Did you catch the anniversary reading last night? No. Well, I tried, but I fell asleep. Listen, about that. You fell asleep? Oh, come on. Alice in Wonderland is like our favorite... Let me finish. Something happened. I was tuning in on my radio. You're such a Luddite. Amazing I can even catch you online. Shut up. I'm not a Luddite. I just like analog things. Luddite? 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 Whatever. Anyway, I was turning into the broadcast, and I must have hit the AM switch or something, because suddenly the channels changed to something else. Sorry, I got a little yawny. What? Aliens? Oh, government-run number stations? No, it was this weird, white noise, at first. It's hard to explain why I was so drawn to it. I could hear snippets of some melody, maybe lyrics, but the signal was weak. So you turned it off and continued looking for the Alice broadcast? So I went out on my balcony and turned the antenna around until the signal came through clear. It now sounded like music, with the odd signal in the background. When logic and proportion have fallen sloppy dead, and the White Knight is talking backwards and the Red Queen's off with her head. Oh, so somebody's pirate radio broadcast of golden oldies? It felt like there was something else there, some message that the music was hiding. I know it sounds weird. Then I fell asleep. Speaking of... Meh. What a story. No, hear me out. I dreamed, and I didn't know I was dreaming. Do you understand? It was entirely lucid, but like waking up in another world, except I didn't think of it as another world. Ugh, does this make any sense? You had a super lifelike dream where you didn't know you were dreaming, but you were still lucidly in control. Lucidly in control. Sounds pretty rad to me. I'm sure it would have been, except for the whole end of the world apocalypse bit in the dream. Okay. Now you've got my attention, and I've got Kool-Aid. Let's see. So like I said, it was the end of the world. Everything I did that day felt like the real thing. Every smell, every sound, every color, every touch. It's important you know that. I wasn't acting like I would in a dream. I didn't know it was a dream. Heavy. There was no warning, no build-up, nothing. Just between one moment and the next, the TV had turned to the emergency alert system, and this voice that sounded like it had been recorded in the 60s told us we were under attack. Were you alone? Yeah, I had a really long day at the office, so I'd sworn off all social contact for the evening. I had the TV on in the background just as noise. Wait, what? The office? You mean you got some kind of a real adult person job in this dream of yours? Yeah, actually, at the college, student admissions office. Hey, don't sound so surprised. I am going to graduate in just a few months, you know. Uh-huh, with a BA in English Lit. Shut up. Such skill with words. Anyway, what happened next? Like I said, the TV suddenly turned to the emergency alert system. Jacked the volume all the way up, too. I didn't even know they could do that. The broadcast told us we were under attack, right now, and that we needed to get to shelter. That we had less than 30 minutes before the bombs hit. Jesus, sounds scary. At first I didn't want to believe it. I switched the channel, but they were all the same. And then the sirens started. Tornado sirens, flood sirens, I don't know. And I knew things were serious. So what'd you do? I immediately tried to call Chess. Chess? Who's that? My, boyfriend. I mean, I don't have a boyfriend, but in my dream I did. Wait up. Tell me more about this sudden new boyfriend of yours. I thought you weren't in the dating scene. Actually, I've been thinking about putting myself out there. Like maybe some online dating or something? Although I'm kind of afraid to check OkCupid right now. What if there's a guy there named Chess? Good icebreaker. Hi, I'm Alice. I dreamed about you last night. You were my end of the world buddy. Funny. Aren't I just... You were saying about Chess? What kind of a name is that anyway? Coming from somebody named Mad H. I wasn't really... I mean, yeah, he was pretty hot, I guess, and smart and into me. What more could you ask for? I can sense you blushing all the way over here. Maybe I should check my OkCupid profile, actually. So what did your boyfriend think? Well, first I tried calling him, but all I got was a pre-recorded network busy message. But the net still worked, so I hit him up there. I mean, we did most of our communications in chat anyway. And I found him, but there was no time for, well, anything. I started typing, you know, holy hell, what the fuck is going on style stuff, and he just tersely replied he had to go. That's a little blunt. He told me he needed to go get his sister. His sister? How come? He'd mentioned her a few times. She's disabled, but lives in a house by herself out somewhere in the boroughs. Did he ask you to come too? He didn't ask. I did. I'm going to be outside my apartment in 5 minutes, he said, then logged off. I guess that's an invitation of sorts. So what'd you do? Well, I knew that Chess wasn't going to wait for me. If I wanted to go with him, I had to go right away. Just grab my stuff and go. Making quick decisions on the spur of the moment? Doesn't sound like you. So what'd you do? So I decided to go with Chess. I mean, how couldn't I? He's clearly needed help. Altruistic. How long had you been dating? Cynic. Long enough to know my feelings were real. I mean, they felt real in the dream. Where did the sister live again? In a borough. Practically the suburbs, so pretty far. Chess said he usually takes the subway or a bus. Chess actually lived just down the street, and we always had a customary place to meet. We didn't even need to confirm the place anymore, but it didn't seem very likely that we'd be able to catch a bus or the subway. So how are you planning on getting to the sister in less than 30 minutes? Oh, spoiler, the bombs didn't start dropping on us within 30 minutes. It took longer than that. They did start, though. That's lucky. Yeah, well, it didn't mean we weren't in a hurry. But you didn't leave empty-handed, though, right? Oh, right. Yeah, I grabbed the biggest bag I had, a backpack. People always called it magic. You could fit so much into it, bigger on the inside and all that. Doctor Who reference. Okay. Take food. Take food. Take sleeping bag. Take sparklos. No, actually, I would rather take a radio. Can I not do that? Huh. Days worth of non-perishable foods. So, flashlight, map. Okay. I really would like the radio. I want the sleeping bag too, though, damn it. Drop map, drop flashlight, take spare clothes, take radio. I have food. I don't really know why I would want clothes. I would rather have the... I cannot... What is this? University ID. Interesting. Okay. So they're not going to let me take that. Alright, well, I guess that's that then. That's unfortunate. Go on. Burrow, sister, bombs incoming. How did you plan to get there in the chaos? The chaos. Yeah, the streets were nuts. Everything and everyone was going crazy. Crashes everywhere, but no one was responding. The street was completely gridlocked. I'm talking maybe 15 minutes after the first announcement here. All it takes is a few cars in the wrong place. But you live pretty centrally, right? It had to be better further out. Did Chess have a car? No, but if we wanted a car, there were tons around. People just left them, keys in the ignition, and ran. Holy shit. It really must have been bedlam. It was. I was so scared. So, steal a car or walk? We discussed walking. It was like 14 miles or something. Probably take at least 4 or 5 hours on a good day. And this wasn't a good day. Maybe a good start, though. Things might clear up outside the downtown area, and you might be able to steal a car there. Appropriate a car. Stealing sounds so criminal. Whatever you say. Any other options except stealing... appropriating a car and hoofing it? Something in between. I know a guy with a motorcycle. He really loves that motorcycle, but I wondered if maybe he'd be willing to borrow it. I mean, for fuck's sake, we were going to go rescue a disabled woman. That your text is messed up there, but okay. You know him well? Reasonably. I didn't know you knew how to drive a motorcycle. I'm a woman of many talents. So what did you do? Okay, so this is... Motorcycle's not gonna help you. Because even if you could get around a little better, it's taking time to go and talk to the acquaintance and maybe get a motorcycle, or it may not even be available. Furthermore, there are already 2 people, and you're going to pick up a third. Where is this disabled person going to be riding? So that's not going to work. Appropriating a car... It's gridlocked. That's not going to help you. So, walk out of the worst chaos. I decided walking was the best option. The whole downtown area was gridlocked, cars everywhere, people running down the sidewalks and the sirens blaring. It was like one of those disaster movies. No hope of driving anywhere at any rate. But where was everyone going? Most of them were going home, I think. People were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And there you were, running away from home. Once I made my decision, I stuck to it. No matter how much I was filled with doubt, half an hour was nothing. Nothing at all. But luckily that estimate was completely wrong. Sometimes I'll walk half an hour in the wrong direction just because I stubbornly refuse to believe I'm lost. I didn't know what was the right direction. But I did try and get there as fast as possible. Although that was a lot harder than I thought it would be. I was swept up in a mass of people and manhandled in the wrong direction more than once. Every few minutes I stopped to consult the map to make sure I was going in the right direction. Was there any danger? Like people attacking each other or something? No. I thought we were all going in the same direction, but then I realized the crowd was heading somewhere I hadn't planned to go. A subway station. What'd you do? I was swept along. It was that or get trampled or pinned against some wall. I finally managed to disentangle myself at the stalled mass of people just outside the entrance. Apparently it was closed and people were trying to break through the gates. By the time I was out, though, I had lost a lot of time. Time. Yeah. Isn't that the thing you're fighting here? How far away were you planning on getting? Well, a lot further than I had gotten at that point. I could practically still see my apartment building, but the crowd was slowly thinning at least, and I actually saw a vehicle in motion, an ambulance, weaving between stalled cars with its sirens blaring. What'd you do? What I plan to do, find and appropriate a car. Kept walking, although I started looking for shelter. Kept walking, intending to get away from danger before I had to stop walking. Damn. Kept walking, though I started looking for shelter. Kept walking, intending to get away from danger before I had to stop walking. Shelter. I found myself looking over my shoulder all the time as if the flash would come at any second. That's right, I just changed the words around because mine sounded better. Aren't you supposed to look away from the flash? Well, yeah, but how could I not? Some warning? Something? The sirens were pointless. Weren't they supposed to warn when the event is imminent? Now I'd been out here for at least an hour and no bombs yet. I think I would have just stayed home, or done just about anything but head out into the open. You do that when you have this dream. I did what I did. So how long did you risk staying out? I asked Chess what he thought, and he just shook his head. He was going to keep going. I followed. Chess's single-mindedness was what led me. I was pretty sure this was a monumental mistake and that we'd get caught outside and killed for sure, but I couldn't just leave him, so we kept walking. So how did that work out for you? You think it was easy? People had driven out onto the sidewalks, left their cars. Everything was a mess. I tried going down the main highway, but it proved pointless, and I had to backtrack. I didn't say it was easy. Did you consider running? I half ran and jogged as I could, but I felt like being late for class. I got tired almost immediately, while the goal was still as far away as ever. Chess wanted to go faster, but he slowed down when he saw I was struggling. The worried look on his face went nowhere, though. And, well, once I got away from the downtown area, things were much smoother. I ran as fast as I could, as far as I could. No bombs. Still no bombs. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe my luck, but I knew I was pushing it now. What did you do? We were getting closer, so we kept walking. So, did you make it? Maybe the bombs were just a scare. No, they weren't. I saw it as a glow high above the town. What? You were outside when the bombs fell? I thought I'd have time to get away, but I'd wasted just too much of it somehow. I was out on the street when the initial shockwave came. There was just no duck and cover could have saved any of us from that, I don't think. The next thing I know, I'm showered in glass as every window above us shatters. Cars swerved off the road and crashed. Bedlam and light. Bright, bright light. I tried to crawl out of the way when something hit me. Maybe a piece from a building? I don't know, I blacked out. You have a really fucked up imagination, Alice. It didn't feel like a dream, that's the thing. Because you don't wake up in dreams, do you? But I did. Bleeding, alone, out on the street. Looks like I made a mistake. What did you see? I saw a burning city. Ash rained down, and downtown, far too close, a mushroom cloud. Just staring me in the face. It was the end of the world. I just knew that there and then. Jeez. Then there was a streak of light, and it was actually almost beautiful as it fell from space. Just a streak of light, at only a slight angle. I just had time to think, no, we've had enough, before it hit. For some reason, I elected to stare right at it when it impacted above the ground in a terrible fireball. Ugh, please tell me the dream ended there. Yeah, I didn't really see it though, but I died, eventually, in the dark. Thus concluded my dream. Well, that was interesting. What do you think? I think it felt incomplete, like there was something missing. That wasn't the way it was supposed to end, you know? Dreams are supposed to end in certain ways. This one was, I think. It felt like it was trying to tell me something, but I wasn't listening closely enough. Maybe you can try again next night. See if you hear the same recording. Speaking of, what frequency was this on? That's the weird part. When I tried to see, I realized I'd hit the right channel, and that it was in fact reading Alice in Wonderland. This isn't exactly some obscure number station frequency on the AM bands. That came out weird. Maybe you'll dream it next night again anyway. That's the good thing with dreams, you can always dream them again. And maybe do something different the second time around. Okay, so... apparently, I did bad. I chose wrong. But yeah, that was a nice start. So this is, whatever the hell this was. Under the Well? I can't remember. Red Nettle Studios. All that. I know, Red Nettle. Give me this friggin' name of the thing. First Death. Sweet. So, what the hell was the name of this again? Stop that. The Bottom of the Well is what this is called. Alright, so that was The Bottom of the Well. I think we're going to go ahead and play a couple more of these just because, I'm not going to lie, I kind of enjoyed this a little bit. I really have a thing for Alice in Wonderland, so that's kind of cool. Oh, I'm so yawny. Damn it, I need additional oxygen and more Kool-Aid. Oh, Kool-Aid. So, thank you all for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this. This game is free to play on Steam. If you did like this, leave me a like down below. Click the little thumb. Woo! Thumbs up. If you have something to tell me, like maybe if I did something wrong and there was a better way to do it, write that down in the comments below. I appreciate that. And, lastly but not least, see that brain right there? That right there is, the subscribe button. So how about you go ahead and click the brain, Subscribing to the channel really helps the channel grow. The more people that subscribe, the more comments and feedback I get back from other people with recommendations for games to play or what to do, various things like that. So, always trying to expand our viewership. And, yeah. So, thank you all for watching, and we will catch you in the next one. Bye-o!